It's time for SideScrollers from ScrewAttack with your hosts, Stuttering Craig.
Die.
Chad.
I'm not having any fun. The plot's gone all to hell, and any second now, the outro's probably gonna come in and cut us off from whatever we're.
And Professional Jared.
I hope your pretty little hands aren't tired, because you're gonna make me a coat hanger.
And now, broadcasting from the World ScrewAttack headquarters in Dallas, Texas, it's the SideScrollers.
3, 2, 1. Welcome back to SideScrollers on ScrewAttack.com. What's going on, everybody? Hey, I'm Stuttering.
I'm Chad. I'm Professional Jared.
Welcome to the most entertaining 30 to 45 minutes every video game week. Yes, we are not in front of the regular set. Why? Why are we not in front of the regular set, guys?
Because we're moving.
Because we're moving offices to a brand new HQ, which is why you're looking at us in front of the hard new set right now.
This is the only part that still looks nice. Very awkwardly close to each other.
Yes, I know. I can almost reach out and bring you guys in for a nice man hug, but I'm not going to do that.
Instead, you'll just leave
Because
it
I'll
that
just
really
rub
creepy
it.
caress.
Rub the
Okay,
shoulders.
great. Okay.
All right. All right.
And the week has started.
We're ready to go. All right. So, hey, everybody. Hope your week is going great. Ours is going pretty good. As you can see, as we talked about, we are moving HQs. So, if you go to ScrewAttack and you watch some of our videos, like the How Many Lies video, you would know that, man, it sure looks bare around here because we're on our way to the new HQ, and it's so much prettier and so much nicer and it's so much more colorful.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, it's going to be pretty awesome.
It's going to be really good.
We're also going to have a much shorter side-scrollers today because of that, right?
Yes, today is going to be an abbreviated version of the show. Simply put, hard news, forum questions. Bam, out the door.
We got stuff to do.
Yeah, this week is just so concise, but we still wanted to make sure you guys got your weekly fix of side-scrollers. Next week, on the other hand, may be a different story. We may have side-scrollers, we may not. It just depends on if the move goes right. We'll see. All right, and if
We
not,
have a lot of crap, we're realizing.
yeah,
We have a lot of crap to
there's
move.
a lot going on to the ScrewAttack HQ right now, and a lot of it revolves around moving HQs. A lot of it revolves around a lot of other stuff that is super secret we can't tell you guys about right now. So hang tight. Lots of good stuff down the pipeline. This is step one right now. All right. So on the site this week we have. Oh, hey, my computer tells me that we went to go see Tekken on Tuesday. We have a recap of that. It should be really fun and exciting. Hopefully a lot of G1s came out. We don't know because we're recording
It
this
was
before
great.
yeah. Also, we have Behind the Bites. 4 of 5. They're only on 5 episodes with Behind the Bites. This week it's going to be on Otacon. Metal Gear.
Yeah.
Oh my God. So yeah, just a busy week. Don't forget we're going to EVO this weekend. If you are going out to EVO, Chad and I will be out there. We look forward to seeing you guys in Vegas. It's going to be a great time. We're going to try to swing by Insert Coins as well.
Yeah, I figured
We'll see how it goes. So yeah, if you're out there at EVO, make sure you say hi to us, shake our hands, give Chad a hug, and make him feel uncomfortable. All right, but right now it's time for my favorite segment, your favorite segment, everybody in the world's favorite segment. It's time for Hard News.
What was that?
I don't get a cool camera swivel this time.
Hard
I was
news.
like, where do I look?
Well, I mean, everyone's in shot right now, so you don't need to like lean in.
I don't
closer.
get this sweet.
You're not like a girl.
He did
you
his
know?
own zoom.
It's like the girls where they all get in close together, even though they totally overframe. Or it was
So hard news.
All right.
You know what? It's from all the news from last week. It's all about Capcom, so that's what we're going to talk about.
Let's do it.
Yep.
So, and I figured we'll start with one that you guys will probably have a lot to say about. Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3.
Yeah. Sorry.
All right, good. For whatever reason you don't know, Marvel vs. Capcom 3 is getting an update titled Marvel vs. Capcom 3. It's going to add in a bunch of new gameplay balances, tweaks.
What? You said Marvel vs. Capcom 3 is getting an update called Marvel vs. Capcom 3.
Whatever. It's Ultimate. It's adding 12 new characters, a couple new stages, gameplay balances, and new tweaks, a couple of new features. It's going to be releasing this November for $40.
And the list of characters already got leaked.
And the list of characters already got leaked.
And confirmed.
Yeah, and they already confirmed it. So we'll be seeing Frank West, Phoenix Wright, Hawkeye, Firebrand from Ghosts and Goblins, Ghost Rider, Rocket Raccoon.
I really want to learn
Hawkeye,
how to. I really want to play Rocket Raccoon.
I think everybody.
Strider.
I think Rocket Raccoon is going to be the Tron Bond of. Or I'm sorry, not
They
the Tron
have
Bond.
been.
I'm
You
sorry,
mean,
the Surbot.
Surbot,
Yes.
yeah.
So kind of cute,
Now,
I just want to kick ass with a raccoon. This is hilarious.
Nothing wrong with that.
Now, right away, people were pretty upset about the announcement of this because it happened so soon after the release of Marvel vs. Capcom 3. That game came out in February. This one's coming out 7 months later in November.
Yeah.
Now, you two are pretty big fighting game fans.
I like fighting games.
So, now what are your thoughts on Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3? Is this something that you are interested in, or at least checking out, or buying?
Here's what I'm doing. I'm trading in Marvel vs. Capcom 3 because I can go without it for a while. So I'm going to trade it in, get as much value as I can, which I think some places you can still get about 35 bucks for it. So I'm going to trade it in and then pay pretty much like $5 because it's going to release at 40 bucks, right?
Yep.
What place can give you 35 bucks for Marvel vs. Capcom 3?
I heard play and trade.
No way.
Yeah, there's a lot of
Really?
places
Like
with it.
even after this announcement?
Well, I haven't been.
I need to get in there like really quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I need to do it like today.
Now worth $5, Chad. Congratulations.
Hopefully not.
Now, do you guys actually think like the update like this is warranted with all the stuff they're adding?
All right. I was pissed when I first heard about this. I was like, "Are you serious? 7 months later, they're releasing a brand new game, right?" And then you're like, "Well, it's because the big earthquake over there. You know, in Japan, that's why this was not released as DLC." You mean, go into detail on that.
Capcom had said that the natural disasters in Japan, the earthquake and the tsunamis, had pretty much like completely ruined their development schedule. Because a lot of the things we're seeing now, like most of the characters, was planned as DLC for Marvel vs. Capcom 3. But because of all this happening, kind of ruined all their production and things like that, they figured it might just be easier and more efficient just to release it on disc with even more stuff later down the road.
Okay, and at first I was pissed, but but after hearing about the earthquake and stuff, it made a lot more sense. But the thing that got me going was, why didn't they just say that? Look, the earthquake, the natural disasters, that's what screwed it up. They kept such a tight lip about the DLC, and they kept going, "We're gonna say something about Marvel vs. Capcom 3. We're gonna say something." Why not just say, "Hey, the earthquake screwed everything up. We're sorry, but we can't control what God does," you know?
I'll tell you why they didn't say anything. Because think of how pissed people are right now that they just heard about this update, you know, a couple months later. How pissed would they have heard if it was a month later and they said, "You know, we're just gonna do this on disc later on."
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I'm sure there was some logistics that it came with it, but it just doesn't make. I just wish they were a little more upfront about it. You know, if something like that, specifically like a natural disaster, totally changes the course of how you do business, just be honest about it.
This particular situation is kind of a damned if you do, damned if you don't.
Yeah, and like I wouldn't be so jaded, and I wouldn't have gone into this so upset if they hadn't just done this with Street Fighter 4 and Super Street Fighter 4 and
Street Fighter 4
Arcade Edition. And hey,
Technically Dead Rising 2 this fall as
yeah,
well.
it seems like there's definitely a you know, yes, this is a different situation with the natural disasters, but Capcom is very quickly becoming, you know, this is just behavior that's happening over and over again. So
Yeah, I'm just kind of torn about it because, like I said, I have my trade-in scheme, so that's helping me get over it. But
you
like,
schemer.
Because well, I mean, I was really pissed about the $5 a character thing, and you know, so the game's 40 bucks. You're gonna get these extra features, and you're getting 12 characters. So it's cheaper than that, and it's also gonna encourage me again because I can trade this in now towards it.
Yeah.
To get a lot more characters than I would have as opposed to paying $5.
That's kind of how I looked at it. Like
Yeah.
they were originally planning to charge $5 a character, and they're already getting 12 characters. So already that's a good deal.
Yeah, it's priced at 8 characters.
But we're also getting like all the new tweaks and balances. Every character is going to have several new costumes, not just color changes like the ones they had for DLC for like Ryu and Chris and all that. Every character is going to have those, and that's all for 40 bucks.
Now,
so it is a pretty good deal.
if you were to get 20 bucks for your trade-in, assuming you spent $60 on it initially, right? You get 20 bucks on your trade-in for it, and then you're supposed to pay $40 for it. That technically is, you know, you paid 80 bucks for the game because 60 minus 20 is 40, plus
Right.
another 40 is 80, which with the characters and such, you know, whatever, it is what it is. But my question is, are they planning to support Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3 with more DLC?
I would guess
Probably.
not.
No, I don't know.
Let's say do more of those shadow battle things or whatever.
I mean, that's a good
still
question.
making money.
What do you think? They're good SideScrollers viewers. Like, do you want Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3 to be supported by DLC? I mean, I think that's a good question. Are they going to support it? And if they are, how soon after are they going to continue to support it? Is it already built in? Are they going to say, hey, we're going to have a new downloadable character every month?
There's gonna be at least costumes.
Well, yeah, but costumes, they can just fart those out. So, I'm just saying. Well, it's an interesting topic, and it's something that truly has never been done before with, you know, in terms of the natural disaster. It's unprecedented, this thing. So,
All right, next story.
yes.
Mega Man Legends 3 for the 3DS has been canceled,
Yep.
which was another big kind of scuffle, if you will, against Capcom, and a lot of people got upset against Capcom for saying Mega Man Legends 3 got canceled, which a lot of people were looking forward to. And Capcom had pretty much said the reason we canceled the game is because there wasn't enough evidence to show that the game would be successful. Not enough fan support in there. Now, a lot of people were saying, oh, I was going to buy this game, but what they were looking for was a lot of involvement with the development process because they were taking in ideas and suggestions for Mega Man Legends 3, and they didn't get enough of that. And they said to themselves, you know what, this may not be worth it, and they canceled the whole project. And now people are pissed.
Of course, because they had a chance at something.
Yep. Now, they started a Facebook campaign called 100,000 Strong for Mega Man Legends, where people just go on Facebook and just hit a like button to show your support, to help show Capcom that they would be willing to buy this game when it comes out.
Yes.
Now, as 3DS owners, Mega Man Legends 3 was probably one of the few things I'm actually kind of looking forward to, especially on the eShop. I actually thought it looked pretty cool. Craig, do you care?
Not really, and here's the thing. On Monday on Hard News, when you weren't in, we talked about this. Ben mentioned that the campaign isn't going super great. It has 30,000 people following it up to this point, up to the point of when we're recording this. And we were really realistic about how we looked at this. It's a lot easier to hit like on a Facebook page than it is to fork over $40 or $50 for a video game.
Oh yeah.
And just because you have 100,000 people who like it, who say, oh, that's great, doesn't mean they're willing to fork over cash to play it. And people took exception to that. I got it on my Facebook page, ScrewAttack got it on a Facebook page, and it's like, they think that we don't want the game to be made, which is totally wrong. We do want this game to be made, but we're realistic in that, hey, hitting likes a lot different than spending money. So don't get it twisted. We hope that this works out, but it obviously does. It looks like Capcom made the right decision by saying, hey, there's not enough support for this game.
Yeah, absolutely. I think a lot of people are just frustrated because they want to see some more Mega Man stuff return because, we had, 10 and 11, and then,
9 and
that
10,
was kind of, 9, 10.
Yeah.
Well, a lot of people are kind of like doomsaying Mega Man as a franchise, as an IP right now, because Keiji Inafune left, they canceled Mega Man Universe, they canceled Mega Man Legends. People are saying, Mega Man's dead.
Capcom.
Mega Man's dead. There's no more Mega Man. That's ridiculous. That is ridiculous.
No way. There's peaks, there's ebbs and flows with everything. And, right now, Mega Man's just sitting in a little valley. It's like, yeah, the creator's gone, okay, but surely not everything that was developed in the game came from Inafune's mind.
There are several dozen Mega Man games that Inafune had nothing to do with.
Yeah,
Whether Mega Man Zero games, the Battle Networks, or the Star Force, or the ZX, whatever it was called for DS. Lots of Mega Man games he had nothing to do with.
And you know what? They're going to release Mega Man X. They're going to do a re-release of it, and it's going to be super great. And everyone's going to go, oh, yay! And you know what? I'm going to be going, oh, yay, with you guys. So let's say everybody loves Mega Man. Whether he's the old school Mega Man or the new school Mega Man, he's a huge franchise. And just because Mega Man Legends 3 didn't work out, doesn't mean that they're just going to cancel the franchise.
Yeah. And I know they canceled Universe and Legends 3, but do you ever think the possibility that maybe they canceled it because the games weren't very good?
I will say, we talked to someone at Capcom about Universe, and we were all excited because we wanted to know more because all we saw was that first thing, and even he was like, don't get too excited.
Yeah, he's like this
so I assume it was the fact that it wasn't that great. So.
Well, if you remember when Universe was first, the trailer was first announced, people were like, oh my god! And that was a case of the trailer being better than the actual game.
Yeah.
And the way it was described to us was, like a Little Big Planet for Mega Man, but without nearly as much detail.
Yeah.
And they realized that, and I think the trailer got people a little too excited for the game, and too much expectation was put in the game, which totally shot them in the foot.
Yeah, basically all these ideas came out like, oh, is it this, is it this, and this? And they're like, man, that, and that would have probably been a better idea.
The only thing I would like to see with Mega Man Legends 3 is that they pretty much had the prototype done, it seemed like.
Yeah.
Why not release it anyway? At least give people a taste of it and just kind of be
make a couple
done
bucks
with it. At least make a couple of bucks. Or
You
if it
never
does
know, though.
sell a crap ton, maybe then you'll see your support.
Yeah, who knows? But I guess we'll never know because it's not going to happen.
Time will tell.
Bummer. All right.
That's our news.
Very good. All right, that's our news for this week. Once again, no middle segment, no news desk this week. Don't forget, you can still submit your news desk stuff. You can send it to me if you find some good stories. Next time we do the news desk, I want all Florida stories. So if you guys are searching through,
It's not even a challenge, though. Really.
I know. There's all sorts of stuff. So I want Florida stuff sent to Craig@ScrewAttack.com. Only good stuff.
There's a good chance that would have happened to you if you didn't ask for it.
I know. I've been getting a lot of submissions lately. Thank you guys. All right. So we go to forum
Forum questions. All right. Zetra3 asks, guest characters are starting to pop up more and more in video games. Most recent, Mortal Kombat, Freddy Krueger, right? What are your views on guest characters? Are they just a marketing tool, or are they meant for more?
Oh, it's a marketing tool.
Well,
And it works.
Yeah.
Like the best example I can think
Can
of
it be both?
is when Soul Calibur 2 came out, and Xbox got Spawn, PS2 got Heihachi from Tekken, and the GameCube got Link. And guess which copy sold the most? The GameCube version, because everyone wanted to play as Link.
Yep.
And it worked on
It
me.
was cheap-ass grab.
Yeah,
Link is so good. His
He's
projectiles in a freaking sword fighting game.
Yep.
I think guest characters are phenomenal. I love guest characters. I mean, think about even like Super Meat Boy with all the guest characters that were in that.
Yeah.
That's super fun. It's just something that's fun with Krueger. Like, I haven't played as Krueger yet, but you know what? I want to play as Krueger because it's Freddy freaking Krueger.
Right.
You know, that's really cool.
See, a lot of people say like it cheapens it, and I can kind of see that, but mainly like, put it this way, when you're a kid and you're talking about games and stuff, you're never like, oh, that would cheapen it, you know? Sometimes you just gotta smack yourself and think about what it was like as a kid, because like, as a kid you're like, oh man, wouldn't it be cool if this was in this, you know? Like, you just wanted anything, you know? So like, Freddy Krueger in Mortal Kombat when you were a kid would have been like the greatest thing ever, because...
Well, look how cool it was to have Sonic the Hedgehog and Solid Snake in Super Smash Bros.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, that was awesome.
Right.
I think, you know, just to kind of piggyback on what you said, and I've said this a couple times, I think people they've tried to over-analyze video games, and they forget that video games are just video games. You know, they are games. You know, I realize that some people take games more seriously, but why do you have to have such a skeptic eye at everything?
Yeah.
You know, like, games are fun. If Freddy Krueger's in Mortal Kombat, that's awesome. You know, if Solid Snake...
It destroys the mythos of Mortal Kombat and the whole legendary storyline is going on.
Yeah, you know, just take it with a grain of salt. The games are fun. They're supposed to be fun, especially with a series like Mortal Kombat, which is known for its just absolute ridiculousness, you know, and the secrets and such. That's sweet.
Well, what about the story when Toasty comes in? I mean, I think that's gonna, you know...
Toasty guy?
Dan Forden, fuck you.
Yeah.
All right, what else?
Next up, we have a video question from Hank and Oliver 1.
And I had a question for SideScrollers. What games would you like to see in an HD collection on Xbox Live or PS3 or whatever? Just any games you'd like to see collected and HD and stuff.
Nice X-Men music.
Yeah, just in future reference, we appreciate the production value, but it may be better to remove the music moving forward.
No,
Just if you guys are gonna ask questions.
I did like the selection.
Yeah, it was quality, yeah, for sure. Jared?
For the most part, the ones I really wanted to see is already happening. Like the Metal Gear Solid HD collection, I actually think that one's going to be really good. I want to see like an HD sprite remix of like the Mega Man X for Super Nintendo, X1, 2,
Yeah,
and 3.
absolutely.
Like,
That'd be
that would
really
be
cool.
awesome. Like the gameplay is absolutely the same, but just the HD sprites. Which I did play the 3D remake they did on the PSP,
Yeah.
and that one's really good too. But think how cool those sprites would be.
Sure.
Yeah, no, definitely Mega Man would be great. I'm not a huge, like, graphics aren't my thing when it comes to games usually. You know, like, I really don't care just as long as the gameplay is good. So the HD remix things, when they come out, you know, it's the same gameplay and it's just HD. The only thing I like about it is just that it becomes more accessible. You know, like if I can't find the cartridge or the disc or cartridge anywhere. But I'm already getting third strike, so I'm happy.
Okay.
Sure. You know, there's a few games. You know, for me, you know, pixels are my thing as well. And when you bring pixels into an HD world, they look very pixeled. Like you know, we looked at Third Strike, the actual Third Strike original pixel. When you put that on an HD TV, the game looks horrible. So you know, if you're gonna update it with a full HD, it actually, for me, it'd have to be like kind of a hand-drawn type thing. You know, you guys know I'm a Street Fighter fan. You know, I think everybody knows a Street Fighter fan. So it'd be cool to see like maybe the original Street Fighter, like one, along with 2 and like all the 2 collections, like hand drawn with one totally reworked to be like
Street Fighter 1 was
2.
so good.
No, it was horrible. It was a horrible game. Don't get me wrong, it was a horrible game. But it would be cool to see it like come back and actually, as opposed to hearing the guy go, what look, you know, in the middle. Yeah,
Don't forget, there are guys like you all over the world.
But maybe actually have maybe understand that a little bit better. You know, just like
No,
little
I want to
things
keep
like
it
that.
original.
Okay.
They can't touch that.
I'm liking this idea. No, okay, this would actually have to be changed a bit, but how funny would it be if they brought back Street Fighter, like the original, but balanced it and like made it
playable.
Yeah, made it playable? That would be awesome.
That'd be funny. All right, what else?
Next up, we have another video question, this time from Hybrid Rain.
July 27th is my birthday, so the same day of the podcast. And I would like to ask you this. Have you ever done something crazy or weird for your birthday? Or had someone done something really crazy for you for your birthday? Like
This one time, we went to the bowling alley and we bowled.
You live an
dude.
exciting life, Craig.
I was 12.
Whoa.
I got a bunch of baseball cards from my buddy Brian Wilkerson, and you know what they've been? You know where they've been the last 20 years?
At Brian Wilkerson's house?
In the same package.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't even touch them.
Dude, see if they're worth money.
Open up, maybe you got an ultra rare card, you could eBay it.
Yeah,
for like
come on.
20 bucks.
Now I want to know.
Well,
My
I'll make
curiosity's
sure to look
piqued.
through my baseball cards.
You better.
What about you guys?
I went laser tagging once.
Exciting.
Yeah.
I do agree. Laser tag's pretty awesome.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Dude, one time we drove down from one of those like awesome two-story laser tag places. We drove like 45 minutes and it was closed.
That sucks.
It's really
man.
depressing. That was someone's birthday.
We live exciting lives.
Yeah. No, I've never done anything like really crazy, or no one's ever done anything crazy like planned a surprise party or anything. But I went to a skate park one year with like a ton of friends, and not all of them skated, right? And one of my friends broke his arm like right before he had to go on vacation, so he couldn't go. It was really bad because they were gonna go do a bunch of like water stuff.
Sucks for him.
Yeah.
It was all like mangled up to the side. Kinda like
No, that was my
Jared's
other friend.
joint.
My other friend broke his hand right here. Like when he fell, he stood up, let go of his arm, and I saw from like here just 90 degrees drop.
It's delicious.
That was pretty horrible.
Skin can flex in multiple ways.
Yeah, that was awful.
So I
what
guess
else?
the answer is no.
We're really
We
boring.
haven't.
Yeah, I want to
Really
hear. Does
boring.
anybody have some like crazy birthday story where they like I don't know?
Like I'm expecting like putting a knife in my mouth and jumping out a plane without a parachute to land into a pool of water. Something crazy
What?
like that.
Yes. Have you done that, anyone?
But the thing is, as opposed to the knife being this way, it was just pointing straight
Yeah.
back. So if you land wrong, you're dead.
Yeah, there you go.
All right, what else?
How you learn.
Like just landing in general, you're dead. Like.
Gotta do it properly. All right, what else?
All right, Dat Ninjamon asks, after seeing Poison in the new Street Fighter X Tekken trailer, do you guys still think Poison is a dude? We don't think we know.
Yes, it's been confirmed.
I don't care.
Wow.
Actually, Craig and I were talking about this the other day, and I was laughing because I'm curious to see how they handle it, because remember, Poison was always known as a dude, as a transvestite over in Japan. But then, like, for the American audience, it was kind of like, let's just not talk about that and let everybody assume Poison's a chick.
It's the other way, actually.
Was it?
Yeah. In Japan, she was always a woman because in Final Fight, she was just a woman that you could punch the crap out of. But the United
That's
States,
right,
they
that's
wanted
right,
to
that's right,
edit
that's
it.
right, that's right.
So officially in the States, she is a post-op transsexual.
Okay.
Yes.
A fantastic looking one.
Here you go. Just this is from the Wiki
official
Poison,
Wikipedia for
which
Poison?
once again, Wikipedia, the knower of all everything. All right, Poison Fighter. Let's see. Final Fight Revenge. According to the book All About Capcom Head-to-Head Fighting Games, the character was originally planned to be normal females, but were changed to transsexual females and more whatever due to the suggestion of hitting women was considered rude
That's right.
in America.
I flipped it around.
Okay.
It was
So-
considered rude in America.
How dare you?
Yeah, but in Japan you can beat the shit
a
out of them.
sign of
apparently.
respect.
That's right. All right, so yeah.
I'm curious to see if they have like any like in the bio what they say about her.
Final Fight developer and Akira founder Akira whatever stated he supposed the character could be male, but added it was up to the viewer to decide. So
It's whatever you want her to be.
Poison's a hot dude.
That's what you wanted to be?
I mean,
Moving on, birthdays. So, last week your challenge was for people to dress up like Unaware Steve. First we have G1 Watto, who's standing in front of a poster with a backwards hat trying to make an Unaware Steve face.
nice.
All right, then we've got Hybrid Rain, who also making a Unaware Steve face, questioning Battle Kid if it's before 1992. Then we actually have a chick, but she's with her boyfriend. So he kind of loopholed us in the fact that it's both of their birthdays this week. That's Yorma and Saku.
Nice.
Yeah, so he got in because the girl was in the picture. Smart.
Loopholes, I see.
Then last week, we got a late submission from Deadly Sin, who is the only person to really dress up like Kareem at Christmas. He grabbed a white shirt, drew on the jersey, and has an awesome picture where he's slam dunking a basketball into a light.
Did you squeeze that in last week?
Yes, I did.
You squeezed it in last week at the very end of the show, but hey,
Well-
whatever.
You saw it last week then, now they got their acknowledgement.
Doubly good. All right.
Also from last week, Matthew Thompson, who is wearing an elf hat, giving a double thumbs up. Which brings me to my next thing. Please get me the pictures by Sunday at midnight, or it probably won't make it into SideScrollers.
Sunday going into Monday at midnight, or Monday at midnight going?
Sunday at midnight.
Going
So,
into
well,
Sunday
Monday morning, technically midnight,
Yes,
you know what I'm
there
saying?
you
So,
go. That's
just get it to me by Sunday night, otherwise
There's
it
now a
probably won't make
deadline.
it.
It's way easier to say Monday at 12:01 a.m. Central Standard Time.
Sure.
There you
Sunday
go.
night.
Just before we come into work on Monday.
Anything late
Yeah.
will be not accepted.
All right. No,
What's the challenge for...
The challenge this week, speaking of poison, you need to dress up either as Poison from Final Fight or Poison the Band. All right? One of the two. You have your choice
I approve greatly of this.
of either Poison from Final Fight, male or female variety, or Poison the Badass late
80s
80s band.
Hell yeah.
Yes. So there you go.
We're gonna walk into something very dangerous with this one.
You see some awesome Bret Michaels.
Hell, you know what? Who sang that song Poison was in the 90s? That girl is poison. Who sang
Belle
that?
Biv DeVoe.
Or Belle Biv DeVoe. You can
Jared,
dress as,
you got
you can dress as
excited.
either one of those
You're on
three.
Dance Central.
Poison, the Final Fight character, Poison the 80s band, or Belle Biv DeVoe. One of those three, wide varieties, it caters to everybody. And I do want to say thank you once again to the, we did actually have another female send in her picture. It was not appropriate for SideScrollers and our gentle young viewing audience. So we apologize for that. Maybe we'll post it on ScrewAttack. So for those of you who are watching on YouTube, I don't know, we'll see. It's kind of,
Risque?
yeah, it's a little risque.
Really, it'll counter our argument of ScrewAttack.com not a porn site.
Yeah, it may. It's pretty censored. But anyways, all right, so there you go. Is that it?
That's it.
All right. That is the abbreviated SideScrollers for this week. We went along with hard news, went along with foreign questions, so we kind of balance it out. All right. Once again, next week, we don't know if we're going to have SideScrollers or not. It all depends on how the move goes. We're moving to the new HQ, lots of things going on. Just hang tight.
But there will be Evo coverage.
Yes, Evo coverage out the ass. It's going to be good. We're expecting lots of interviews. I hope we interview Ono.
Yeah.
Street Fighter dude.
Yeah, I'm really excited for a lot of stuff there.
Lots of stuff going on, as usual. We'll talk to you guys when we talk to you guys. So until then, hey, I'm Stutter and Craig
I'm Chad.
And I'm Professional Jared.
for SideScrollers on ScrewAttack.com.